رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي. Assalamu alaikum. So the question is, when is blindness more important and when is deafness more important? Now to answer this question, we'll compare two verses in the Qur'an where we see blindness and deafness and see which one is important. So this is Surah Hud, and you see the translation of this, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Those were not causing failure to Allah on earth, nor did they have besides Allah any protectors. For them the punishment will be multiplied. They were not able to hear, nor did they see. Now here, deafness, they were not able to hear, nor did they see. Hearing, not being able to hear, comes before not being able to see, right? Deafness followed by blindness. However, in Surah Kahf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, those, the verse comes from the previous verse, He will present hell that day to the disbelievers on display. Those whose, this is verse 100 and 101 from Surah Kahf. Those whose eyes had been within a cover removed from my remembrance and they were not able to hear, right? So, eyes had been within a cover, they couldn't see, and then followed by they were not able to hear. So the question is, in Surah Hud, chapter number 11, verse 20, they were not able to hear, followed by they were not able to see. However, in Surah Kahf, chapter number 18, they were not able to see, followed by they were not able to hear. Why was deafness placed first, followed by blindness in chapter number 11, whereas in chapter number 18, blindness was placed before deafness? Was just Allah randomly putting these words so that, we have variety in the Quran? No, look at the context. In Surah Hud, before this verse, just before this verse, you see this was verse 20 that we're talking about. Let's go to verse 19 and let's go to verse 18. Let's start from verse 18. And who is more unjust than he who invents a lie? Lying is what? When you speak and others hear, right? About Allah. Those will be presented before the Lord, and the witnesses will say, these are the ones who lied against the Lord. Lying is just perceived through the sense of hearing. Unquestionably the curse of Allah is upon the wrongdoers, and the verse goes on. So, and thus it first puts hearing and then seeing, because lying is about hearing, right? However, in Surah Kahf, if you see the context, the previous verse, this was verse 101. If you see verse 100, and we will present hell on to that day to the disbelievers on display. It's about presenting something that you see. That means it thus placed not being able to see before not being able to hear. Subhanallah. Even the negation of Allah is according to what's going on in the context. And look at it from another point of view. See, Allah is saying, we will present hell that day to the disbelievers. It will be on display. Here, look at it. Look at it today. You were blind on earth. Today, look at it. Look, this is the hell that I'm presenting for you on display. Subhanallah. This was one point of view. I want to show you another point of view. And that is, if you look even at the phonetics, the way the verses are ending, the ending sounds, if I could turn on, if you know how to read Arabic, I'll just read the ending sounds for you in Arabic, okay? The previous verse, I'll go from verse 99. Our target verse is verse number 101. I'll go from verse 99. The last words are Jam'a, Arda, Sam'a. See, the sounds are quite similar to each other, right? And if you go to Surah Hud, the same thing. This was verse number 20. I'll go from verse number, there are other verses as well. Let me go from verse number 19, the previous verse. Kafirun, Yubsirun, Yaftarun. This is verse 19, 20, 21. The sounds, even the ending sounds are the same. Subhanallah. So you saw that not only does the context match with the order of the blindness and the deafness, but even the sounds are matching. Subhanallah, how is it possible to give a message with so many things in harmony? And this is just one aspect. And this is just one aspect of linguistics. Then there's numerics and scientific, so much. This is not even in the possibility zone for the human beings to come up with such a book. It's in the impossibility. It's impossible to do such a thing. Subhanallah. And not this is just one miracle. And what makes all of this miraculous is so many miracles, all of them in one and only one book that guides humanity in social circles, economic circles, political circles, everything. This is an impossible equation, impossibility. May Allah give us complete conviction. The Quran is the word of God. Subhanallah wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.